for consistently for a long time now are above where they are actually in the league. I think they've done great. Some really good players. They've got a great way of playing, very aggressive, really dynamic, quick, loads of intensity. So it'll be a very challenging game. Players know all this, and we're looking forward to it as well. So it should be good. Going up to Ellen Road's always a really good atmosphere as well. They'll be buoyed by the result from their last time out away at United. So should be a really good game for us.
Should be a good game, will it? Prediction time. What are you thinking, Tomo?
Well, I'm hoping Salok is just going to nick it again. Salok, I'm going to have to go for my usual 2-1. I think that a bit of a shock after the West Ham game. I'm hoping that we're going to come out and be a little bit more clinical, something that we said we need to do. And I think that's going to be one of the important things today. But this is going to be a tough game. They're going to be throwing absolutely everything at it because they'll still want to be mathematically safe as well after the victory against Man United in the midweek. So, look, it's going to be a tough game, but I think that we might have enough about us today.
It's either going to be 0-0 or 6-4 Wolves. I just want to enjoy myself for the last couple of weeks. Let's go for it.
Why not? Why not?
We'll see what happens. Don't go anywhere. Kickoff is coming next on Matchday Live. Leeds United against Wolverhampton Wanderers is their one last twist in this crazy old season. And so the weekend of judgment has arrived. Wolves' task is clear. Only a win keeps their slim survival hopes alive for another week. Draw or defeat, and results elsewhere could signal what many feel is now inevitable. But no matter the outcome this season, pride is still worth playing for against a Leeds side with breathing space to those below, but perhaps still too close for comfort. The Yorkshire Whites win at Man United on Monday means they're unbeaten in 5 in all competitions. The Old Gold haven't beaten Leeds in the last 4 Premier League meetings. They haven't won here for 6 years. 2 changes from the side that started the defeat to West Ham. Jose Sarr misses out, having picked up a shoulder issue in training yesterday. Jesse Mosquera is suspended. In comes Dan Bentley for his first Premier League appearance since Crystal Palace away in May of last season. And Totti returns as captain. Leeds, fresh from that win over Manchester United, have Carl Darlow in goal, James Justin, Jakob Biol, Pascal Struijk as a back three, Jayden Bogle, Gabriel Goodmanson as wing backs, Ethan Ampadu and Al Tanaka in midfield, Brendan Aronson, Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Noah Okafor in their attacking trio. So Dan Bentley's in goal for Wolves, Jackson Chatua, Santi Bueno, Totti and Ladislav Kletchi with Hugo Bueno as the left wing back, Andre and João Gomez in midfield, Jean-Luc Bellegarde and Angel Gomez supporting Adam Armstrong up top. On the respective benches, Lucas Perry, Joe Rodon, Sean Longstaff, Joel Piru, Lucas Nemecha, Sebastian Bornell, Wilfred Nonto, Facundo Buonanotte and Ilya Gruev for Leeds. For Wolves, the youngster Alfie Brooks could make his Premier League debut if needed. David Mollowolf, Hee-Chan Wang, Tolu, Pedro Lima, Rodrigo Gomez, Mateus Mane, and then the youngsters Saheed Olagunju and Tom Adozie. 2 of the most famous names in the game facing each other for the 105th time. Wolves 36 wins, Leeds 45. Those in all white against those today in teal. Leeds against Wolves. I'm Mikey Burrows. Alongside me, the Hall of Famer, Andy Thompson.
Yeah, on the back of that defeat against West Ham, I think a few characters were thinking about that they should be doing a lot better in those games, not making it too easy for teams. This is going to be a tough game today against Leeds, but I'm thinking that Wolves are going to, on the back of that West Ham, put it all together today and get that victory, which would be really nice. As said there, it's been a few years or a bit of time since we've actually beat Leeds. It'd just be nice to get the right result today. And keep people a little bit more quiet on this relegation talk.
So both teams break from their pre-match huddle. Farai Halam is the man in charge. 3rd time he's taken control of a Wolves game. Previous 2 were both defeats. And as I've mentioned previously, and I'm going to say it, Tomo, I know you don't like it, but I've done the research, I'm going to use it. He's also taken charge of 1 under-21 game and 1 under-18 game, and we lost both of them as well.
Be quiet, Michael.
Oh, how many would wish that would be the case.
Never.
Wolves playing from right to left as we look at it. Here come Leeds early on. Big early opportunity. Calvert-Lewin stretching. Bentley got something to it there. The ball's still scrambling and Bentley dives on the ball just outside the 6-yard box. It was Okafor who ran forwards down the left-hand side as Wolves reorganised shape of the back three. I think it hits the back of Santi and it was nearly presented to Calvert-Lewin, and Wolves lucky not to find themselves behind inside the first minute.
Well, the ball up to the strikers of Leeds straight away made it a problem for us, and it can't be that easy. We've got to make it a little bit difficult for them.
Okafor onto Goodmanson. Takes it wider down the left-hand side that he wanted to be. Good cross back in. Hugo with the header away. Danger not over. Will come out to the right-hand side to Bogle. Put back in by Justin, but Angel Gomez always presented it straight to Justin on the edge of the box. Trying to tee it up for Okafor. He was making hard work of getting the ball clear.
I'll just about exactly say the same. We're making a lot of hard work of this. There's people getting in the way of each other. The clearances aren't big enough. They're going straight to a Leeds player, and it's putting them straight on the front foot. Got to be a little bit more, well, a bit tougher in the challenges, because at the minute, so like they're just pushing us out the way.
Here comes Chatua down the right-hand side, midway inside the Leeds half, attacking the cop end of Ellen Road. It bounced off the corner flag and goes behind for a corner.
Well, I thought the way that Chatua there, he thought it was a goal kick, the way he was running back towards his goal.
He just knows that he's unlikely to be involved in this attacking element. So what can Wolves make from the set piece? Corner is taken short on the right-hand side. Pulled back to Andre. Back for Hugo Bueno. Change of angle that came off a Leeds head and will be another corner. Trying to work on something from the training ground.
Yeah, you're just hoping that they get the ball actually into the penalty area, because you're sending the lads up from the back. And the reason why they're coming up from the back is because they think there's going to be a delivery into the penalty area. But again, it's about that quality.
So Angel Gomez with a corner, right-footed from the left-hand side. Leeds have brought everybody back to defend. It's low in towards the near post. Armstrong tried to flick it on, but missed it. Cleared out of the penalty area. Hugo Bueno heads it back towards the edge of the box. Armstrong trying to nod it down here for Totti, who flicked it backwards. João Gomez will have to race back into his own half to collect the ball.
Yeah, just that ball from Gomez. It wasn't one, it's probably his best one, but Armstrong got in front of the Leeds players for the flick on him and missed it, got straight underneath it. It needed something on it, but unfortunately we didn't have it.
Ball is with Bentley, looking to launch it over the halfway line. Run in the air by Biol. Awkward bounce for Chatua, nods it back to Santi.
Look, if you're playing the ball up to Armstrong, they've got two big lads at the back. You've got to give them some kind of chance.
That might be a chance. Just bent away from Chatua. The ball played over the top by João Gomez. Had it been a bit flatter and straighter, it might have been in the wing back.
Yeah, he might have had a chance, hadn't he? But it just seemed to curl to the more central of the
Calvert-Lewin and Totti wrestling, and Totti penalised 10 yards inside his own half. It's about 5 in from the left-hand touchline. Looked like both had a grip of each other initially.
Yeah. But you know you're going to get that off Calvert-Lewin. Okafor as well. So look, he's a strong lad out on that left-hand side for them. Got the 2 goals against Man United.
Saw that Molineux as well.
Yeah, he did. He caused us all kinds of problems at Molineux as well, didn't he? He's a powerful runner. He's quite direct.
Long ball forwards from Biol. Will go all the way through Harnessy for a goal kick. Hayden is listening in from Sonny Berry. Says, let's beat these and give ourselves hope. 07944 226 356 to drop us a WhatsApp message. 07944 226 356.
Well, at least he's settled down from that first couple of minutes where, say, Leeds absolutely just kept us pinned near enough around our penalty area.
Awkward for Krejci, just the left of his penalty area. Backwards to Bentley.
Yes. I don't see the point of that. You got Angel Gomez, who's what, 5'6", and they're kicking the long ball up to him. He's coming up against 6'4" centre half. If you're giving the ball up to him, I've got no problem with that. But give him a chance, give him a fighting chance to actually get the ball.
Always one of those scenarios, Tomo, where look at Dan Bentley, who, of course, would have been doing his professional work, but would have been up until yesterday thinking, yeah, I'm just going to be there for my usual stuff. And then all of a sudden, there's a chance. And then even, I'm told, on the way here, they were checking on Sarr, and it was only when it got here that decision was made.
Yeah, but you've always got to be prepared as a footballer. If you're in the squad, you've got to be prepared. I've been in those situations myself where I'm not playing, and then all of a sudden you're in the starting lineup. So like you just got to make sure your preparation's exactly the same as if somebody was starting. There's always that chance, isn't there?
There's a foul on the halfway line. 2 Leeds. We play it backwards. Now with Ampadu trying to switch the play out to the left. Stevenson had to come back a bit further than he wanted to. For Pascal Strout. All the way back to the goalkeeper, Darlow. Where are we? 7 minutes gone of the game so far. 0-0 at Ellen Road. Here come Leeds over the halfway line. Goodmanson allowed to carry it quite a distance. Now for Okafor. Calvert-Lewin waits in the penalty area. Bogle had made a run from right wing back over to the left-hand side of the box, but Leeds go backwards to halfway. Ampadu to Strauch. Goodmanson down the line for Okafor, draws Santi out with him, just over 10 yards from the left-hand corner flag for Leeds. Right foot cross comes in, and Hugo Bueno had to deal with it, and deal with it he did. Behind for a corner.
Yeah, well, you know what I'm going to say to you. You've got to try and stop the cross. Got to get closer to him. He's come back onto his right foot. You've got to get closer to them. Great defending from Hugo Bueno. Because that could have gone absolutely anywhere. I think it did actually come off his shin. He's lucky, unfortunate that it's gone over the bar, but you've got to stop that ball at the source. It's been a concern of ours a number of times this year, hasn't it, where we've allowed people to put the ball into an area that's going to cause us a problem.
Tanaka with the corner, heading to the far post and just high and wide. Was a little flick on, and it allowed Leeds to get numbers on the edge of the 6-yard box, and they probably should have done better there.
Yeah, well, I thought it was João Gomez who headed it.
Came off Santi, and then was headed over by James Justin.
Yeah. And again, you can, just to our right-hand side, the Wolves fans, you can hear them singing. So they've been brilliant this year, haven't they, again? So look, it's the way they support the club.
Tanaka went in with the challenge unfairly against João Gomez. Andre wanted to get on with it. Shoved over the Leeds man. Right, Hallam says, calm yourself down.
Well, yeah. Well, he wanted to take it quickly as well, João Gomez. The referee's standing in front of him. Let him get on with the game.
High ball up towards the edge of the Leeds penalty area, headed away. Here's Bellegarde. Up midway inside the Leeds half, caught in possession by Okafor. Uses to try and play it down the line and chase it himself. Totti comes across and decides to put it into the stand.
He's a direct player, isn't he, Okafor? So he's only got one thing in his mind, isn't it? Can he run with the ball, get at you? Because he's got that power and pace, hasn't he?
It's Justin. Worked by Ampadu out to the right-hand side. James Justin has it again. It's gone out of play and will be a Wolves throw midway inside their own half. Played 10.5 minutes.
Yeah, it's settled down a little bit now, hasn't it? So that first minute, probably 2 minutes. Leeds really sharp, threw everything at Wolves, a couple of mistakes and got away with it. So they've started to settle into the game a little bit more.
Krejci with a long throw. One in the air by Biol. Totti infield to Santi. Out to the right side to Chatua. Bellegarde making a move down the line. He has to go backwards infield to Santi. And on to Totti. Trying to drill one forwards. That comes off the head of Justin. Hugo Bueno was in an advanced position, but headed away by Bogle. João Gomez steps across and wins the throw. Back infield to Andre. Now João Gomez on the halfway line, midway between the touchline and centre circle. Going in towards the centre. Plays it low to Santi. Bellegarde helping it on to Chatua. Bellegarde to João Gomez. Lovely stud ball. But Chatua's run down the right side. Armstrong making a move for him. Chatua's cross goes straight into the goalkeeper's arms.
He's got to do better. It's a great opening. Great play to set him up, Chatua. And look, I know that we were limited on who was in the box, but he can't be chipping it across the box and the keeper catching it. So you either driving it hard and low, give Armstrong some chance to get it.
What's worse is that he actually looked up and saw that Armstrong had made a different movement and still did the cross anyway.
But it turned out to be nothing with the cross, hasn't it? Because the way that it went, because the keeper just caught it and just was able just to gather the ball.
Bellegarde under pressure from two Leeds players. Tanaka came away with the ball. Aronson out the right side to Bogle. Back in field to Ampadu. Now helped out wide. Justin delivering his cross in, headed by Totti and turned behind for the corner by Chatua. Calvert-Lewin was right behind Totti. That was a vital piece of defending from the Wolves captain.
Well, you've just seen two examples of crossing the ball from right backs. Our lad putting it straight to the keeper's hands of Darlow in the Leeds goal, and then one coming from the Leeds right back, whipped in with pace, and again, Salakin causing us problems. That's what quality is. Put it into an area that we can attack.
Corner right-footed from the left-hand side. Everybody in teal is back defending. It's whipped into the edge of the 6-yard box, flicked on and crossed across the 6-yard line. Maybe even closer to the goal line. Somehow Wolves scramble it clear. Danger not fully away. Edge of the penalty area. Teed up for the low strike. Blocked off by Krejci.
I think it was Adam Armstrong on the line. Kicked it off.
It just rolled through the 6-yard box. Andre intercepting on the edge of the penalty area, though. Chatua has just kicked it out of play for a Leeds throw. And the home side are building in momentum.
Yeah, again, Sellock got looking at the corner and repeat again. I think it was Adam Armstrong. Yeah, who cleared it off the line. Great positioning from him.
Not sure it was going in, but he was in the right place at the right time. Just ran through the 6-yard box. Just needed somebody to tap it home for Leeds. Long throw in from the left-hand side is awkward. Bounced on the edge of the 6-yard box and cleared away by João Gomez. Leeds will build again. Aronson back to Bogle. Goodmanson to the left of the centre circle, just short of halfway. Played 14.5 minutes at Ellen Road. Wolves reorganising as Leeds go back to the goalkeeper. Still a great turnout from the Wolves support down to our right-hand side. See them all on their feet. There's Andre. Trying to play it down the right-hand side to Chatua. Infield to Bellegarde. Now João Gomez, middle of the Leeds half, invited to carry it forwards. Feeds it out to Hugo Bueno. Pulled backwards to Krejci. First time cross is inviting. Headed by Goodmanson. Chatua just outside the right-hand side of the box. Going backwards. Has support from Santi. Back to Chatua. Tries to spin his man. Knocked it past him and was brought down, and Wolves will get a free kick.
Yeah, better from Chatua there. Actually, Salah driving forward. Challenge coming from the Leeds players. But again, great ball in from Krejci. Ball laid back to him from Hugo Bueno. Just ball whipped in. Just unfortunate we didn't have anybody on the end of it, but better play.
16 minutes played. Angel Gomez stood over the free kick. Totti, Santi and Krejci all in a line beyond the penalty spot. João Gomez, Bellegarde and Armstrong on the edge of the 6-yard box. It's just over 10 yards from the right-hand corner flag. Yard in from the touchline. Angel's delivery is too high for everybody and will bounce through for a throw-in.
Oh, you've got to put it between the posts. So look, you've got to be crossing that. Give your players a chance. Somebody of his ability should be having no problem with putting it where he wants to.
Totti should play it back to Bentley. It's short to Totti on the edge of the penalty area. Andre facing his own goal under pressure from Ampadu. Back to Bentley. It's the right at the penalty spot. Launches up towards halfway. One in the air by Stroud. A slip by Krejci. Allows Aronson to get on it down the right-hand side for Leeds. Just over 10 yards from the corner flag. On for the run of Bogle. And Bogle runs it. Looked like he's out of play off him, but it's been given as a corner.
Yeah, unfortunately there. So Krejci just slipping, wasn't it? Led Bogle just to be able to run with the ball forward. But again, another set piece. Again, good voice from the Wolves fans, isn't it?
Tanaka with the corner, right footed from the right-hand side. Outswing and delivery, free header again for Leeds, and somehow Wolves managed to scramble it, not fully away, and this time it's in for the overhead kick. James Justin. Wolves haven't dealt with these set pieces all game so far. And when the first chance was only half cleared, Justin able to take advantage. Leeds 1, Wolves 0.
Yeah, I'd like to say that it wasn't coming, but I think it's Dan Bentley who's actually saved the initial one, the chance, and then it's come out. And again, we've got 6 players, and the Leeds lad is able to do an overhead kick to score it. We've got to be picking up. It's a great save by Dan Bentley.
Remarkable stop by Bentley. Totti in a challenge with Okafor presents it up in the air, and Justin, the centre half / fullback, on the edge of the 6-yard box, produces his Pele escape to victory moment.
Yeah, too easy. So look, too easy. We've got enough players there, but nobody picking up, unfortunately.
Here come Leeds again. Aronson down the right-hand side. Low ball in. It's a free effort. It's 2. Noah Okafor is there to tap it home. And just like against West Ham on Monday, Wolves shoot themselves in the foot immediately after conceding and present a second in quick-fire fashion. And the game goes away from them in a blink of an eye.
Well, I said about teams having to work hard to create goals against us, and we're quite easy giving goals away. We've just seen an example of another 2 goals that we've given away through us having possession of the ball and misplacing it and giving the invitation straight to them. But again, we've got to mark up. We've got to get players back. There's players running past us. Too easy.
I'm sorry. How can you leave a player like Okafor unmarked running into your penalty area?
But he's run past us. He's run past us to get to the opportunity to run in. But that's come from us giving the ball away. No pressure on the ball, and we end up passing it to a Leeds player.
Here come Leeds again. Aronson dispossessed by Andre, who will win a free kick.
Well, they've left themselves an uphill battle again, haven't they?
At some point, it's about personal pride. And I'm sorry, I don't say this often enough. That's not good enough. That is simply not good enough. There are basic levels that we expect as supporters and onlookers and people who love this football club and would bleed if we got the chance to wear the shirt. That is not good enough. Doesn't matter what situation we find ourselves in. Long ball forwards. Here's Chatua down the right-hand side. Loses footing. Manages to get up and survive in possession. Gets it back from Bellegarde. Oh, and then lets the ball roll under his foot. Wolves trailing by 2-0, midway point of the first half. Yeah, you try not to let it bother you. You try and stay. Well, we are partisan as we can be, but I'm sorry. Certain things are unforgivable. Players make mistakes, granted, but certain mistakes, like Schalke has just given possession away. Okafor into the penalty area, loses footing. Andre battling. Still comes to Tanaka. Flicks it past his man, but behind for a goal kick.
Well, we need to step it up because at the minute, they're just on top of it. Absolutely everything. Leeds. The first to everything. They're winning the 50-50s. The duels are winning. They've got to offer something. They've got to fight back with it. I know it's knocked them and set them back, but they've got to get themselves up and get into this game.
One ball forwards, headed on by Hugo. Away by Justin. Totti wins it in the air. Hugo shoved over, gets a free kick on the halfway line. Here's Bellegarde. Can't flick the ball back in field. Okafor being dispossessed by Santi. Andre will get to the loose ball. Back to Santi, about 20 yards inside his own half. Trying to spot the movement of Armstrong. It's a great ball. Armstrong into the penalty area, and the diving header of Justin puts it behind for a corner. It's a vital interception by the Leeds goal scorer and defender. Armstrong had made a brilliant run to stay onside. The ball was bending into his path, and as he looked up over his shoulder, there was Justin to head it behind.
Yeah, better ball to him, hasn't it? At least it's give Armstrong a fighting chance to get to it. He's just at the Leeds defender, so just got his head to it and headed it out for a corner.
And there's a defender who refused to give it up.
And first to the ball. That's the big thing.
Hugo's corner, left footed from the right-hand side. Bounces on the edge of the 6-yard box. It'll come down and struck goalwards by Armstrong. Brilliant block. Wolves just can't get to the loose ball. Krejci trying to keep it alive. Right-hand side of the box. Hugo Bueno twisting and turning. Can he get it back into the danger area? His cross is going to deflect towards Angel Gomez. Angel Gomez trying to flick it through. Was there a hand in there? Comes to Totti, or Totti dispossessed. Bogle trying to run it clear. Now Okafor. Leeds have players in white swarming forwards. Okafor down the left-hand side. Up against Hugo Bueno. Up towards the edge of the penalty area. Low one all the way through into the arms of Bentley. Leeds 2, Wolves 0. Strout comes through and gets there ahead of Angel Gomez, who I have to say has been near non-existent so far. Totti under pressure from Aronson, back to Bentley.
I'm sorry, but we've got to stop playing these long high balls up to the two strikers, Armstrong and Angel Gomez.
Yeah,
every ball that's gone up to them.
5.5 between them added up together.
Yeah, every ball that's gone up to them, they've been overpowered. They haven't had a chance because of the kind of ball that it was. If you're going to give them a ball, give them a chance of getting hold of it, or on the floor, or even lower, just to give them an opportunity. But there's no way they're going to win any of those duels against the two centre halves.
Angel Gomez trying to switch the play. Still midway inside the Wolves half with Hugo Bueno. Trying to run it up towards halfway. Under pressure from Aronson. Did well to hold him off and then play it infield to Bellegarde. Gets it back from Andre. Looking for Hugo Bueno. He's trying to play it forwards again. Intercepted though by Justin. Bogle charged down by João Gomez. Herbie is listening in whilst watching from the main stand at Taunton v Bracknell. There's no chocolate digestives, he says. I hope it's going better in that game than it is here. Michael's in Pasadena, California. Ray says, why can't we play in old gold? Rob says it's not good enough. Lazy, poor and weak. Listening in from Tasmania, not Calgary. Midnight kickoff, not confident as before the game. Justified. David says, I wonder what happened to the old saying, you're at your most vulnerable when you've just scored. Seems to me it's the other way around. It has been for Wolves in the last week. It's that element of going from 1-0 down to 2-0 down within 2 minutes.
Well, it happened against West Ham, didn't it? I think it was straight from the kickoff, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, at least we lasted slightly longer this time. Wolves fans ironically cheering passes. Hugo Bueno down the line to João Gomez. Back to Hugo. Trying to drive forwards. Support from João Gomez. Infield here to Andre. Andre to Bellegarde. Angel Gomez tried to take it on the turn just inside the box and it flicked through off him through to the goalkeeper. Would have had to have been a hell of a touch, that.
Well, he was surrounded by about 3 Leeds players, though, wasn't he? So, yeah, it would have been a good touch to get away from all 3 of them.
João Gomez fouling Bogle. Sue says, feels too much like we've given up already. We know we're relegated, but go down with pride, for heaven's sake. And Mary says, hello to all the Wolves fans, including Tony and Jen from Canada, watching at Tampa Soccer Fest. Not looking too good. And he says 1 minute and 26 seconds between the goals. No words can describe what's going on with the team. I feel for those fans who are singing their hearts out. Michael says conceding 2 quick goals is a worrying trend. Liverpool, Chelsea, West Ham and now Leeds all in the league since Christmas. The team not scoring many goals, it's unforgivable how we've switched off on these occasions. So just approaching the half-hour mark. Leeds out on the left-hand side, back on halfway. Here is Pascal Strout. Tanaka. All played forwards up into the feet of Calvert-Lewin. He's been actually surprisingly quiet considering Leeds have scored twice. There's Ampadu carrying it over the halfway line, out towards the right-hand side. Bogle back infield to Ampadu. This is just too easy. They're just knocking it around at will. Balls are nowhere near them. Goodmanson wide to Okafor.
Well, I think it's a case of just dropping off a little bit deeper and not putting any pressure on Leeds. But I just think that if you do that, you'll just invite sooner or later they'll have a problem against them. As you've just seen there.
Free kick given against Krejci, though it's helped Wolves out because Bogle was making a charge through.
He was away, wasn't he?
Yeah, referee blew the whistle very quickly there. 31 minutes played. Leeds 2, Wolves 0. So you can have your say. 07944 226 356. Drop us a WhatsApp message. Tanaka with the free kick. Angel Gomez, a one-man wall, a couple yards outside the penalty area. 15 in from the right-hand touchline. Launched towards the far post. Bentley comes and claims.
He's got to hold on to it because we had everybody in the penalty area, didn't we? He's had to delay his kick.
Here the lead subs going out to warm up. Michel Gomez. Oh, that's unusual. It looked like he was caught, but he made a couple of steps before he dived on top of the ball. And Farai Halam says, no, that's a handball against you.
Yeah, I think he was right. The referee bet the decision. You know how biased I am, but I just think that he was falling over and say he's just dived on the ball. And the referee wouldn't have none of it. It's just too easy at the minute, isn't it? So look, they're just passing it around.
It's Calvert-Lewin. Movement down the right-hand side. Back to Bogle. 40 yards from the Wolves' goal. Running it down the touchline. Blocked off by Hugo, who will try and smash it clear, but at the expense of a throw. "33 minutes played, just about. Leeds 2, Wolves 0.
Yeah, they've looked too comfortable, haven't they, Leeds, for my liking. So like we've offered a couple of little things, but apart from that, they've been comfortable in possession and without the ball.
Yeah, there was a bit of a scramble from a corner, wasn't there? But apart from that, Wolves haven't really looked ever like threatening Carl Darlow. And this is not a great Leeds team.
No.
Possession is 50-50.
It's what they've done with the ball in possession. That's
10 shots to Wolves 2.
There you go.
Here's Calvert-Lewin down the left-hand side, trying to run past Totti. Totti slides in. It'll be goal kick.
I thought he'd already gone out. Yeah, it has, yeah. Well, they're just finding it a lot easier than us just to pass the ball, control it, so like have the possession on it, runners. They seem to be finding the targets. Look, they're pushing up touch tight against us, where we're just backing off that little yard on it. And because we're 2-0 down, you can understand why they're backing off, but you've got to do better with it.
Good kick by Bentley. Armstrong reached it, headed it wide to Chatua. He played an awful pass back in field. Thankfully, Andre got there ahead of Aronson. Genuinely, I don't know who he was passing to there. Jean Gomez for Hugo Bueno. Plays it off Aronson for a throw just over the halfway line.
If Chatua's 1 versus 1, why isn't he running at him? They are. When they get 1 versus 1, they're running at our back line. It creates all kinds of problems for the opposition when you've got a player who's direct and willing. We spoke about it before the game. A maverick, you called it, didn't you?
Jean Gomez playing it on for the run of Armstrong to the left-hand side of the penalty area, 10 yards from the corner flag. Pulled back to Angel Gomez. Gomez trying to wriggle his way through. Hugo Bueno's kept it alive superbly, actually. And he's still holding on to it under intense pressure. Pulled back to Armstrong. Infield to Andre. Now for Santi. Leaves it for Andre. We go inside the Leeds half. Wide to Hugo. So Hugo is one of the few players coming out with any credit at the moment.
Well, he's having a go, isn't he? He's trying to take the game to them. Down this left-hand side for us.
He's run a throw. Well, 10 yards from the left-hand corner flag.
I just think he's just battling for absolutely everything. He's trying to create things. He's trying to make things happen.
Known him a long time. Hugo Bueno. he will be hurting the scenario in which Wolves find themselves. Krejci with a long throw, just over 10 yards from that left-hand corner flag. Totti and Santi are in there. There's a good distance on it this time, but cleared away by Leeds. Back out wide to Krejci. Cross towards the edge of the penalty area, comes all the way through. Bellegarde will get to it just outside the right-hand side of the box. Shaping to go towards the byline. Too deep across again for everybody and through for a throw-in. Mateus Mane is going to come on for Angel Gomez here.
Substitution for Wolves replacing number 47, Angel Gomez. Number 36, Mateus Mane.
Angel Gomez struggled to get into the game, hasn't he? I think they're hoping that Mane can give us something different.
Mateus Mane has had an understandable dip in form of late.
Well,
young man making his way.
Well, Rob's talking to Angel Gomez. I don't know if he's got an injury or something.
Well, he did. He was just down on his haunches a moment ago.
Well, he had to talk to him and he's pointed to something in his leg. So I don't know if he's injured or he's struggling with something.
Well, he's still stood up by the side of the technical area. Whether he's going to go down towards the tunnel straight away. Just waiting for some of the medical staff to come and escort him. Here's João Gomez. On here for Mane. First contribution. Attempted cross, deflecting for the corner. And the young man will be the person given the responsibility to take it as well.
Yeah. Again, you just got to put it into a certain area. Give your team a chance. A couple of crosses just prior to this hasn't been great, has it? Overhitting it.
Mane's delivery, flicked on by Armstrong off a Leeds head towards the far post, nodded down, scrambled off the line by Calvert-Lewin. It just won't go for Wolves. Andre trying to drive in field, was looking for Totti, and maybe better option was to fire it in the box, and Hugo Bueno does enough to stop Okafor breaking clear.
It's a good job. He got a touch on it. Hugo Bueno, because Okafor was off, wasn't he? Again, he's
Krejci nodding it down, and it would have gone in, but for Calvert-Lewin in the right place for Leeds.
Yeah, well, a little bit of the difference about them anticipating and getting the chance and scoring from one of the corners.
Long ball forwards up towards Armstrong, who nods it down here for Mane. Mane bundled over. Oh, and a free kick given against Mane.
He's given ball, is he, against him?
You have got to be kidding me, Farai Halal.
I think that's a foul on Mane.
It's nodded down to him, bounces up off him, and then he gets shoved in the back.
That's a foul. That's a foul to Mane. Wrong decision, referee. He's got pushed. He's got kicked. What's he give there? He must give a handball.
Yeah, because as he shoved, it hits his arm on the way down. That is a ridiculous decision. He had a similar one, away at Chelsea. Do you remember when he got barged over when he was running towards the edge of the penalty area? And you're thinking, he's a young man. Referees should be giving protection to these players. How can you decide that is not a foul when he's barged him in the back? Why would he handball the ball on the edge of the penalty area when he's trying to control it to run through?
Yeah, I think that's a bad decision from the referee. So I think the initial kick and push is a foul.
Armstrong wins it back from Justin after the slip. João Gomez to Armstrong. Mane making the movement through the middle. Armstrong trying to force his way through. Mane didn't want to come towards the ball there. If he did, he probably would have had a free kick given against him. Bogle slipping again. A lot of players have lost their footing today. Totti the latest as Tanaka takes it away from him. Just, I mean, I understood it when he gave the free kick in João Gomez, because you could see he took 2 or 3 extra steps. But that's a foul on Mane all day long.
I think the initial, the push is a foul.
Yeah.
But it's come from, he's pushed him, knocked him off balance, then it hits his arm, and then the kick's coming as well. So, yeah.
It's in the back. You can't shove him
I agree.
over in the
I
back.
agree.
It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. It's a small moment, and it doesn't change the fact that Wolves are 2-0 down and we're frustrated anyway. But the least you require is sensible, consistent officiating.
Well, we've asked for that most of the year.
Well, at least there won't be VAR next year. Headed away by Krejci. I doubt the standard of officiating will be any better. Just you won't have recourse to change decisions if they're blatantly wrong.
Well, you know my feelings on VAR anyway. So, look, I don't think they get it right, even though, so look, you've got the technology to give you an opportunity to get it right. But for whatever reason, the way that we use it, I don't think helps them. And I think sometimes as well now, referees in the Premier League probably rely a little bit too much on the VAR.
Stroke up towards halfway. There's Ampadu. Pascal Strout, left-hand side of the centre circle. It's the feet of Okafor, wide to Goodmanson. Andre wins it back on halfway. Hugo Bueno, 3 players around him. Somehow managed to find Andre. João Gomez flicks in field to Mane. Closed down by Ampadu. Leeds just want it more at the moment.
Well, they're on the front foot, aren't they? And everything. Closing down, tackling, challenging.
Aimless long ball goes all the way through to Darlow. He's out of his penalty area. Justin's ball. Bogle's run down the Leeds right. Low ball in. It's going to come to the edge of the penalty area. Sliding challenge from Andre was really important. And cleared away by Bellegarde, but it'll be a Leeds throw just inside their own half. We've got less than 90 seconds of the 45 to play. Bournemouth are 1-0 up at Newcastle, by the way, in the other game. Kicking off at 3 o'clock. Brentford-Fulham was a 0-0 in the lunchtime game. Spurs play Brighton at 5:30. Here's Aronson down the right-hand side. So as it stands, Spurs win tonight, will mathematically relegate Wolves. Well, let's face it, we are pretty much there. Left needing snookers at this stage. Okafor with the pullback. Tanaka straight, charged down by Andre. Here comes the 4th official's board. We're going to be getting 2 minutes. Justin down the right-hand side. That was played off him for a goal kick. Mane doing the defensive work. Just in case anyone's not quite up to the permutations, a Wolves win would mean that we'd remain in the Premier League for at least one more round. A draw would mean if Forest avoided defeat at home to Burnley and West Ham win at Palace, then relegation would be confirmed on Monday. Defeat means if Tottenham win in the tea time kickoff, then relegation will be confirmed. But if we lose and Spurs don't win, then West Ham only need a draw on Monday to confirm our return to the Championship. Don't think I'll be watching on Monday anyway.
Is that when you're having your nails and your hair done? Is it
Got to look my best.
all the time?
Summer's
all the time.
coming,
All the
Thomas.
time.
Summer's coming. Got to get a tan. Not all blessed with your natural mahogany complexion. Head injury for Adam Armstrong is going to need some attention as he was bundled into the back. So you can get in touch and have your say. 07944 226 356. 07944 226 356. Spare a thought for the supporters, Tomo. I was chatting to my mate Josh yesterday. I said, "Are you going tomorrow?" He said, "Yeah, but we've bought the cheapest train tickets that we can. Basically 3 changes. So a train into Birmingham, then I think they'll go into Derby, and then maybe you Toxeter and then Derby, and then the train to Leeds. Because it works out the cheapest it can possibly be."
Yeah. So it just shows you how much you want to get to a game with, even though the amount of travel changes, inconvenience it takes to get there.
Everyone says this about their own fans, but there are few hardier souls
Yeah,
than
totally
those
agree.
that follow the old gold home and away.
Totally agree.
And of course, many who listen in around the world to us that would be there if they could. Not everyone's circumstances are the same. Costs a lot of money as well, and family circumstances for many will rule out these kind of trips. But so many have been with us in spirit over this journey that we've been on. This 8-year stay in the Premier League as the half-time whistle goes. That stay is coming to an end this weekend unless Wolves can produce a miraculous comeback in the second half, Andy Thompson.
Yeah, so they've got to find an answer from somewhere. So like it's 2-0 down, but it's the manner that they conceded, isn't it? So it's look, to concede so quickly again on the back of the West Ham goals where we conceded even quicker. But they can't be happy with that, the way they defended. Got to be more ruthless up the other end as well. So like you look at what we did there. We've had a couple of half chances where they've been able to get to the ball and clear it. Where the difference is Leeds were the ones that got them to the end of everything and got themselves 2 goals out of it. So it's an uphill task at the moment with the way that we're playing and the way that we've gone about it. But you've got to change a few things in the second half.
I know you briefly mentioned it there and we said it in commentary. It's the manner of the goals at times. Our inability to defend set pieces in this game has actually been quite surprising. But it's fair enough if you can't make it to the first ball, but not being there for the second and third. And actually, the overhead kick by Justin, they could have scored from a corner just before when it flashed across the line. But to allow a player to have an overhead kick with not a Wolves shirt blocking his way to goal.
And there's 6 players there. There's this zonal marking, but it's not because there's no bodies there, because there is. But you can't keep doing that. You can't keep thinking that somebody else is going to do the job. I'd rather have 2 players going for it than none at all. And that's what's happened at the minute. So look, with the way that things have gone, the way that things have happened with goals against us, is that the other team seems to be the team that reacts the quickest. And we should be. As a defending team, we should be reacting a lot quicker.
And then for the second time in a week, having conceded, and you feel, right, settle back in, get yourself going, get yourself back into the game. Wolves lose possession. Aronson runs down the right side, and it's a simple low cross. And somehow, Noah Okafor is completely unmarked in our penalty area.
But the thing is, though, we've got players running back, but he's run back a lot quicker and gone past them. And you can't tell me that he should be winning that race running back. One, we've given the ball away when we've had no pressure on the ball. We've ended up giving the ball away to Leeds where they've allowed them to attack. But also as well, if we give the ball away, we've got to run a lot faster than them to get back to stop the actual player getting the ball. And we can't just depend on other people doing their job and not as we watch it when it's going on. Look, say, I know they're working hard. I know they're doing that, but you're watching Leeds there. They look a lot sharper. They look quicker. They're first to every ball. You've got to win your duels. You've got to try and dominate the player you're playing against, because that's how you judge your game, is the player that you're playing against. Am I overpowering him or is he overpowering me? And that's what the problem is at the moment. So, like, we got teams that are running all over us at the minute.
And it boils down to a simple element of pride. Pride in your own performance. Forget trying to play for the fans or play for the badge. Play for yourself in the very basic element to it. Of when you step out on that football pitch, be the best version of yourself you can be. You know, you obviously teach and coach, and even I do coaching. And I say to my team every week, it's about performance. I can take mistakes. I can take losing, because you can't win every game, and things will happen, especially when you're developing and you're learning about it. But if you can go out there and say that you've at least tried to do the right things time after time and not shirked your responsibility for your teammates, you can walk off the pitch with your head held high. I don't think there are enough, Tomo, and it pains me to say this, enough players in that field, in that starting lineup, that walk off that field at half time and can look each other in the eye and say, yes, I gave my all.
I think that sometimes somebody said something to me a long time ago, come off the pitch and have no regrets about what it is and what's gone on the pitch, that you've given it absolutely everything to win a game. And look, say, at the moment, say, like, Leeds are just dominating in all areas. I know you said it's 50-50 for possession at one stage, but it was what they did in possession of the ball that was the problem. The 10 chances against our 2 is crazy, because at the end of the day, so, like, it just shows you what they're doing with the ball has hurt us a lot more than what we are to them.
Well, hopefully there is something special on the way in the second half. Can Wolves produce a miracle at Ellen Road? Divine intervention is needed to keep Wolves going this season. Half time, it's Leeds 2, Wolves 0.
Download the Wolves app today, the only place to watch live academy matches.
Wolves TV, the home of live uninterrupted radio commentary of every single Wolves game. But that's not all. Wolves TV also brings you extended and alternative match highlights, interviews with the team, behind-the-scenes features and training coverage, plus see every goal Wolves score from every angle.
From the volley arm and a goal! That is simply stunning!
So check out Wolves TV online at wolves.co.uk or on the move via the Wolves app.
Do you need support with your mental health? Life has been very challenging in recent years. With the COVID pandemic and cost of living crisis, we've experienced some difficult times. Wolves Foundation, the club's official charity, continues to run a Head for Health project, focused on helping adults improve their mental and physical well-being. For more details, email healthadmin@wolves.co.uk or call 07971 900 257.
Are you looking for a space to entertain key clients? Got a special occasion coming up and want to treat the family? Or are you just looking to come and watch a game in style? At Molyneux, we've a range of matchday hospitality packages available for every Premier League game.
Well, so much involved in this.
From the pitch and city views of WV1 to the premium a la carte dining in the boardroom, there's something for everyone looking to elevate their matchday experience.
Oh, goodness me!
To find out more and get yourself booked in, visit the hospitality section of wolves.co.uk.
Take a walk through the history of Wolverhampton Wanderers and marvel at our extensive collection of Wolves artefacts. With new exhibits opening all the time, there's plenty to see in the Wolves Museum, so book your trip through old gold history at events.wolves.co.uk.
There's nothing quite like that winning feeling. Now you can be a winner too with Wolves Lottery. There are loads of cash prizes to be won every week, as well as the chance to win unique money-can't-buy experiences while supporting charities locally and throughout the West Midlands.
Oh, it's a stunning game! It's a stunning moment brought to you by a stunning football team!
From only £1 a week, what are you waiting for? Sign up now and you could be our next weekly big winner. Go to wolves.co.uk and select lottery to find out more.
You've experienced the thrill of Molineux on a match day. Now go behind the scenes with our exclusive stadium tours, taking you from the stands to the dressing room, see when the team donned the old goal, and take your chance to walk out that famous tunnel into the Golden Palace. Book online, and you can even book your own private VIP tour for up to 20 people by emailing museum@wolves.co.uk.
Wolves Foundation is the club's official charity, delivering a range of projects across the local community. The foundation is only able to work across so many different areas thanks to the generous support of funders and the general public. Can you help? Text Wolves and then the value of your donation to 70085.
Get the latest news from Molineux as fast as it happens. Find our regular quickfire podcast, Wolves Express, via wolves.co.uk or wherever you find your podcasts.
The Wolves app, the home of Wolves online and on the move. Get the latest news, video, podcasts, and what's trending. Plus, listen to men's and women's first team commentaries and watch the under-21s. You can even check out the latest merchandise offers from the club shop and create your own highlights. Plus, bid on unique match-worn memorabilia with Wolves auctions exclusive to the Wolves app. Download it now for iOS and Android.
Take the stress out of getting to the game with Wolves' only official off-site matchday parking at the University of Wolverhampton Science Park. Only £8 per match and only a 10 to 15 minute walk to Molineux. It's the perfect place to park for hassle-free entry and exit on a match day. Go to tickets.wolves.co.uk to score yourself a spot.
Do you want to get more active? Wolves Foundation, the club's official charity, runs an Active Through Football project, which helps people of all ages to improve their physical fitness. Sessions are fun, friendly, and have real positive results. To find out the range of activities on offer, contact Liam Turner at wolves.co.uk.
For a regular quickfire update on everything Wolves, search Wolves Express wherever you listen to your podcasts.
The idea of professional soccer in the United States, no one had ever really thought about that. So soccer was dead, and then the Wolves come along.
It should be explained that the United Soccer Association gave North America its first taste of internationally recognized professional soccer in 1967.
Wolves in the 50s were very, very successful. It was the golden era, if you like. It was us and Manchester United. They were the glamour team. We were the scruffs from the Black Country.
The 1966 World Cup was carried by satellite into the United States. So a bunch of sportsmen thought, oh, great. Next great sport, start a league.
I mean, I'd never been out of England. I hadn't even been to Wales.
They said they were touring like a rock band, zigzagging across the country.
Just a completely different world.
People were saying, you want some weed? And we thought we're in trouble here.
Free love, flower power. What more do you want?
And the Whips and the Wolves met in a championship playoff game at Los Angeles' Memorial Coliseum to climax the United Soccer Association's inaugural season.
It was madness. Just the game never seemed to stop.
You didn't need a ball. We're just getting each other.
Now, the match they played has been rated by many observers as the greatest soccer game ever seen anywhere. And we're convinced that you will agree with that conclusion after viewing this film.
There is that legacy in that they proved that it could work.
People will look back and say, what was the history of soccer in this country? And what they do, they have to land at 1967 and say, this is where it all began.
So teams coming back out for the second half. And this is an interesting moment. A change at half time. Pedro Lima is coming on. Looks to be Jackson Chatua who will be replaced. And there you go, confirmation. So a chance for the young man back from his loan spell in Portugal. Signed for great fanfare 18 months ago. He is very attacking, Pedro Lima. He will get forward. He can deliver a good cross. It's whether defensively he has it within his marker. Remember when we signed him, a few people suggested that he was more of a winger than a wing back. But we shall see. Some might say he can't do much worse than the person he's come on for, but I wouldn't say that, Tom.
Of course you wouldn't.
I'll plead the Jose Mourinho defence. If I speak, I in trouble. Back underway for the second 45. Wolves defending the cop end of Ellen Road, the Don Revie stand. We're at the back of the John Charles stand, the main stand. Very old-fashioned stand, though. They're trying to add a bit of a make-up the last few years when they've been up and down between the Premier League and the Championship. And we hope that it's only a short stay for Wolves. Not confirmed that we're there yet, Tomo. Just see what happens in this 45. If we come back and win this 3-2 or 6-4 as I predicted before kickoff, who knows what might still happen?
I'll buy you a drink, Michael, if that happens.
Well, now you just made it completely unrealistic. Tomo's not bought a drink anywhere since 1988. Goes in and mentions Sherpa Vans, and all of a sudden people are buying him any beverage he requires. Okafor down the left-hand side for Leeds. Passing field turned away by Totti. Armstrong giving chase. Darlow in goal for Leeds. Then Justin, Beal, Schrauk, the back three. Bogle, Ampadu, Tanaka, Gudmundsson. Then Okafor and Aronson supporting Calvert-Lewin. Also Bentley in goal. Now Pedro Lima, Santi, Totti, Krejci, Bueno, Andre, João Gomez, Bellegarde and Mane supporting Adam Armstrong. Angel Gomez went off injured in the first half. Jackson Chatua, we imagine, is a tactical change. Should mention, by the way, Matt Murray's son was the Wolves mascot today.
Yeah,
Sat
we're just
behind us
speaking
in
to
the press
Matt.
box.
Yeah. Speaking today to him.
We had another family member, a cousin, who's was the Leeds mascot.
Yeah.
He's got family ties up this way, Matty.
Got him everywhere, mate. He's got him everywhere.
Went to his ex-father-in-law's house. That's a very big house near here. Back in the day.
I used to work in Leeds, didn't you?
I used to work in Leeds, yeah. Many a night out. There's Pedro Lima. Work down the right-hand side. It's going to be a Leeds throw. João Gomez thought it should have gone the other way. That's it, down Call Lane. To anyone who's had a night out in Leeds, down Call Lane. I was once on a night out with Matty on Call Lane, and
is that when the young Burrows was it?
Well, they yeah, when I was a single man, they wouldn't let me and Matty into one of the bars, so we needed some women with us. So that's why I'm out. That's why I'm out with an ex-footballer. I'm hoping he's going to attract some towards me. Knock a guy when he's down. There's Goodmanson. Adam Armstrong putting pressure on, but Goodmanson able to play it back to his goalkeeper. Armstrong nearly went for a piggyback on Pascal Strout there. Played 4 and a bit minutes at the start of the second half. He was trailing by 2-0. One of these days, I'm going to be free to tell all my stories, Tomo.
You leave all them skeletons in the cupboard, mate. You leave all them. Get a lot of people in trouble. The memoirs of Mikey Burrows.
If I threaten to write a book and I mysteriously get taken out, you'll know why. Krejci with a throw on the right-hand side, ready to launch it into the penalty area. He was attacking the Norman Hunter stand. Long throw in towards the edge of the 6-yard box, won by a Leeds head. I think it was Calvert-Lewin back there. Worked out for Goodmanson to try and launch it forwards. Krejci just nodding it down to Pedro Lima. Backwards to Hugo Bueno.
Yeah, one of my coaches at West Brom, Norman Hunter. And another Johnny Giles as well, the manager.
Odegaard's ball in behind. Armstrong's done well here. Made a clever run. Has managed to get all the possession out by the right-hand corner flag. Left-footed cross from him. Just a bit too high to Mane, who did flick it on. Hugo Bueno trying to pull it back. Mane, oh, a bit of an air shot. And Leeds get it clear. Looked like a high boot by Calvert-Lewin, but referee happy to let it play on. Not that I'm bitter, Tomo, but you can batter in the back of Mane, and that's not a foul.
Yeah.
And then you can try and kick Santi in the head. That's not a foul either.
Well, how many times do I say about consistency from officials? And that's all you want. You can't have it one way or another. You've got to be consistent for both teams.
Goodmanson down the line for Okafor. Gets it back again into his own half. All the way back to the goalkeeper. Louisa says this has been hard to listen to. Feel the same as how I felt in 2012 and 2013. It's so heartbreaking. However, I'm a wanderer for life, not just for the Premier League. Her and her daughter are going to be at the game against Sunderland in a couple of weeks. Come and say hello if you can, Louisa. Bentley playing out to Pedro Lima. First time from him down the line. Will roll out a play for a Leeds throw just inside their half. 07944 226 356 to send us a WhatsApp message. Santi challenging with Calvert-Lewin. Uruguayan sliding in. Aronson playing it backwards to Ampadu.
Yeah, they're the ones that you've got to win, though, haven't they? Those sliding challenges and going up against the Leeds players. They're the ones that you've got to win.
Krejci steals it from Bogle. Okay, it's Hugo Bueno trying to get Wolves moving forwards. Andre for Pedro Lima. Could be an interesting player next year if he's still around. Feel like a year in the Championship, maybe the making of him.
Lima you talk about, yeah.
He's not played an awful lot of football in the last 2 years. He hadn't played an awful lot. Oh, Bentley's in trouble. Just about got there ahead of Calvert-Lewin, having had a heavy touch. Hadn't played an awful lot of football, Pedro Lima, before he moved to England either.
Yeah.
So he just needs some consistency in his life.
Well, you've seen what it's done for Santi, haven't you? Consistently playing. So look, and Hugo Bueno as well. So that's what you've got to do. If you're a player, you want to be playing each week, each game. And it does then show people what you can and can't do. I think when you keep coming in and out of sides, I think that it's difficult to put your stamp on it a little bit.
Ball is back with Darlow. Played nearly 54 minutes at Ellen Road. Leeds 2, Wolves 0. Tanaka 5 in from the left-hand touchline, just short of halfway. Purdue played it backwards. Strout looking to Okafor. Santi at his back. Tanaka trying to hit the switch. It's the way Leeds set up in this formation and shape is Justin as a right-sided of the back three. He's in possession, they push him out to right back, and Bogle goes right up front.
Yeah, he's got a free rein, hasn't he, Bogle? So I'm just watching him there. He's running back towards his defence. And it's difficult for midfielders, lads playing at the back, defenders, to pick him up because it seems like he's just got a free roll to go where he wants. And he becomes a nuisance for you. So, look, it's who's picking him up, who's doing what you're watching there. Krejci's had to come out the back line to go with him there. He's come from being up front and then all of a sudden dropping a little bit deeper. So it is difficult to manage, but you've got to try and make sure that you get the ball, get possession, and make him work the other way.
Long ball forwards, Justin giving chase. Bogle there, it goes back to Bentley. Good kick downfield by Dan Bentley. Will he be Wolves' main goalkeeper next year? Calvert-Lewin. There's Bellegarde is fouled.
Well done, Bellegarde.
I know there's a lot of people who say, you need a huge squad turnaround. If Wolves are genuine about trying to get back to the Premier League at the first attempt, and you've got to keep hold of some players because you can't afford to entirely switch the team again on the back of promotion.
The problem what you've got is, it's, like I say, I know the Premier League's about technical ability, but...
Mane, good turn, good run up towards the edge of the box. Overran it slightly and was clattered into by Biol.
Yeah, in the Championship, you've got to have that physicality in the Championship. Don't get me wrong, you've got to have quality as well, but you've got to have that physicality in there because every team wants to get promotion. Every team is battling on. You've seen it about the way that things have gone with Coventry. I know they're as good as promoted before last night, but it just shows how teams down at the bottom, same as this league, that can put up a fight and give people, anybody a game. And if you're not up for the battle, you can get overpowered. And I think that was one of the reasons why we got promotion when we went into the Premier League 8 years ago, was that we had ability and quality, but we had that physicality as well, didn't we?
Rob Edwards gets a yellow card. It's about consistency as well, isn't it? About being able to produce it Saturday to midweek.
But you've got to battle for everything in that league. You got to be willing to be up for any kind of battle you can do. Don't get me wrong. Technically, probably the Premier League is a lot better and stronger, and you come against better players. But the Championship is a tough league.
Just watching that Mane run again. He was having his shirt pulled quite clearly. It's almost as if Rai Halam has just decided he's not going to give anything to Wolves today.
Well, he's just boxed Rob Edwards. I didn't know what for. I didn't know if you've seen it.
Just complaining, I think. Understandably so. Going down the line, Calvert-Lewin with a flick on. Totti back infield to Bentley. So they've got to build a team that can be effective in the Premier League as well as getting Wolves back into the division.
Yeah.
Can't just afford to get rid of everybody, build a Championship team, and then have to build an entirely new team when you get back up. So
Well,
we've seen other teams do it and fail.
Well, there was a game on earlier, was it Leicester against Portsmouth? Now, you look at their team, Leicester's team.
Bella got penalised by
you
the
could
way.
name most of the players who have been in the Premier League and played Premier League when they were in it, and they're second from bottom of the Championship. So there's got to be something missing for them to be down there, because they've got the players still, which were in the Premier League, and you would have thought, the bench straight back, but it's not that easy.
Yeah. You've got to freshen things, but you've also got to maintain a standard from within it. Otherwise, you're just going to end up becoming a yo-yo team. And as we know, it took a couple of iterations of Wolves to get back there last time. And even with all the players that were brought in that first Fosun season, it didn't work. And then it needed some real quality in the form of
and the worst
young
quality,
Ruben
weren't they?
Neves and Diogo Jota.
And again, I still remember Helder Costa, what a player he was. So Cavallero, your Jotas, your Neves.
Not everyone works out. Not every signing works out.
No,
Jante
doesn't.
Shearer, do you remember him? No one does.
No.
Silvio, do you remember him? No one does.
Well,
I do.
You're thinking about it as well. You've gone on to it. Vitinha, that's Champions League semi-final.
Here's one for you. Paul Gladden.
Paul
Remember him?
Gladden. Yeah, I do.
There
Centre
curry,
forward.
there are curry houses around Penn that still mourn his loss. Nearly an hour played on Adam Road. Leeds 2, Wolves 0. Headed away by Krejci. Shao Gomez can't keep hold of possession. Aronson dribbling it up to the edge of the penalty area, still running his way through, and in the end the ball runs through to Bentley as Aronson lost his footing.
Yeah, I was more concerned about the first challenge about coming in. Somebody slid into him as he just entered the box. I thought he was going to get caught, but he started.
Totti fell over. Oh, miscontrol by Krejci leads to an unnecessary Leeds corner.
He wasn't that. He's tried to play it first time, hasn't he? And he's got his feet all wrong. And there was me saying about his technical ability on the ball. And it just shows you how players can get it wrong.
Leeds corner, right-footed from the right-hand side. Everybody in teal back to defend. And that's winding up a few that we're not playing in gold. Oh, here comes Bentley, comes out and punches. It's hooked goalwards, but high over the crossbar.
Again, why is a Leeds player, with the amount of bodies that we've got in there, still being first to the ball?
Spencer says maybe going down is the best thing that can happen to this club. I get your sentiment, Spencer. So here comes Mane, but getting relegated is never good. Mane on the charge, fires it through. Nobody quite there. Pedro Lima attempting to put it back in. Gets a corner.
It'll be a shock to the system, if anything, but it's not good getting relegated.
There's always a knock-on impact for other elements of the club. It's never a nice situation to be in. Hugo Bueno with a corner, left-footed from the right-hand side. Leeds have brought everybody back to defend it. Goes in towards the near post, flicked on. What a save by Darlow. Oh my word, what a stop. Brilliant run across the near post. Ladislav Krejci flicked it on, and somehow Darlow has popped up his right mitt and flicked it over the crossbar.
What a save. That's just pure reaction, that. What a save from him.
Mane's
Krejci.
corner, right-footed from the left-hand side. Deeper delivery this time, too deep. All the way through for a goal kick. Here's Santi. Up to Bellegarde. Challenge in by Strauch. Wolves throw. Just past the midway point of the Leeds half. Played 63 minutes at Ellen Road. Lots of subs warming up for both sides. Krejci with a long throw. I think we're going to be getting Wilfred Nonto coming on shortly. He's very popular with the home supporters. Krejci, flatter throw this time. Leeds can't quite deal with it. João Gomez charged down, comes out to Lima. Tried to set it wide, intercepted. And Leeds threatening the counter-attack. White shirts pouring forwards. Brilliant recovery, challenged by Mateus Mane.
Yeah, brilliant. Well played by him. So he tracked him back, didn't he? Kept going.
Lima on for the run of Armstrong. Across comes Biol. Goodwinson blocked by Lima. Andre trying to get in there. That come off Okafor. No, it's going to be a Leeds throw.
There's going to be a change. They've called somebody back from the Rodrigo Gomez, I think it is.
Yeah.
Looks like he's coming on.
Time for Roddy. Who for?
Again, he's another player that I like. I think that he's full of energy, isn't he?
You'd imagine it would probably be Bellegarde, but never quite sure. Could take off one of Andre and João Gomez and drop Bellegarde back. Pedro Lima dispossessed by Okafor. Santi steps in. Leeds throw. Pretty much level with the edge of the Wolves penalty area. Monto's going to come on for Okafor. It's going to be a long throw from Ampadu on the Leeds left into the Wolves penalty area. Up go the heads, bounces to the edge of the box. Mane gets it clear. Bogle will try and hoof it back into the sky. It's going to drop on the edge of the penalty area. Totti stoops to head it away. João Gomez can't quite squeeze it through the gap to Hugo Bueno. Then ends up fouling Tanaka. Here's going to be Bellegarde who makes way for Wolves.
Please welcome his replacement, number 29, Rudy Johnson. Substitution for the Rangers replacing number 27, Jean-Luc Bellegarde. Number 21, Rodrigo Gomez.
So Leeds with a chance to put it into the Wolves penalty area. It's a high delivery to the far post. Calvert-Lewin climbed highest, but it's harmlessly wide.
Yeah, I'm trying to work out why Barney's marking Calvert-Lewin, probably one of their best headers of the ball.
Zonal these days, isn't
Oh,
it?
no,
Tom?
but what are the chances of him winning a header against Calvert-Lewin? Not a big one, is he?
Don't always have to win it, do you? Just make a nuisance.
No.
How many headers did you win in your day?
A few.
Just there, just nudge him. Nudge him out the way.
A little nudge. Give him a little
That's
nudge.
all you did that.
Yeah, a little nudge.
You were a master of the dark arts. Ooh, Totti was caught late by Calvert-Lewin. Eventually they will pull it back for the free kick. I bet people hated playing against you. You pop up in weird areas as well. Hard to mark.
Free reign.
You were the modern fullback before it became fashionable. There's a cross from João Gomez. Oh, Pedro Lima was in there.
What
He's
a ball as well.
penalised for a foul.
Great ball in, though.
It was nicely worked down that left-hand side. Hugo Bueno with a back heel. João Gomez's cross and Pedro Lima. He's got his hands on the Leeds defender, but I don't think there was much in that.
Yeah, it's a great ball in. Just a shame we can't get on the end of it. Not much in it, was there?
Calvert-Lewin's header goes back into his own half. Santi trying to get something on it. Throw is going to go Wolves' way. João Gomez for Hugo towards the halfway line. In the Yorkshire sunshine, nice little flick. Hugo Bueno still driving on. Attempted ball might come through here to Rodrigo Gomez, just wide of the near post. Best that Wolves have created.
Yeah, he's got to hit the targets, hasn't he? Got to hit the targets.
Little touch of fortune in it and the way it bounced into his path. He's tried to thread it into a narrow space at the near post and got it a long way wide.
He might have been able to just adjust his body there, hit it with his left. Or hitting it with his right, he's always got a chance of hitting it or pulling it wide.
Here's Goodmanson, charged down by Pedro Lima. Home fans are just starting to get a bit angsty.
Well, I think they're seeing the Wolves a little bit of a fight back here, a little bit. There's been a couple of times that they've got into that top third.
Long throw. Totti under pressure from Nonto. Santi holds off Calvert-Lewin to clear towards halfway. Leeds have it once more. Challenged by Krejci. He's penalised. Oh, and Aronson's got up and shoved Krejci in the back. And now players all gathering round. Bit of pushing and shoving going on. Bogle being pushed away by Armstrong. Andre's getting involved now. What do you think, Tomo? I think it'll be yellows, but by rights, you can see that he's just gone for him and shoved him over.
Yeah, well, it's got to be a yellow card for the Leeds lad, isn't it? If he books Krejci, I don't understand why at the end of the day. got to be a yellow card for the Leeds player, at least you would have thought. Aronson,
It
I
is
thought.
yellow.
There you go. And you can't be booking Krejci for his involvement. What's he done?
I don't think he is.
I'll say he's given a foul, but that's about it. So,
Krejci's not done anyone any favours there by going over and holding the back of his
Nah.
head.
not from a push.
I don't like that.
No.
Krejci's getting some attention. You might say a bit of whiplash.
I was going
maybe.
to say it's probably whiplash if he's saying anything, but it's only a push in the middle of his back.
It just seems ridiculous, doesn't it? That you can just decide to just run up and shove someone for no reason. So drinks break. As Krejci still gets some attention. Alan says needs to give Pedro Lima and Rodrigo Gomez more time. So the thought was a bad omen, so stayed away today. Had a West Ham PTSD after the 2 goals in quick succession again. Mary says time for that cuppa. Be nice to see some urgency in the team. Enough for the back passes, lads. Go at them.
They're calling somebody else back as well, Hee-chan.
There will be Wolves' final change if they make it. 2 more subs they can make, but only 1 more sub opportunity. So if Tolu's not coming on here, he ain't coming on today.
Well, they haven't called him back. Hee-chan is the only one they've called back.
Long old discussion. Rob Edwards giving some instructions to Santi.
Well, he don't look very comfortable, does he, Krejci?
Might have really jarred him. Not shoving the back.
Well, like I say,
I think he's coming off, you know. He's
only
walking
pushed-
off. He's going straight for the tunnel. Well, he's going to go and sit on the subs bench. So Hee-chan's going to come on. It's going to be a change of shape. What an odd scenario.
Substitution for Wolves, replacing number 37, Ladislav Krejci. Number 11, Hee-chan.
So Tanaka with the free kick. Quarter of an hour to play. Ball delivered to the far side of the penalty area. Free header from Leeds, and it bounces behind for a corner. Completely unmarked, far side of the box.
What's your opinion on this zonal marker? Like you just said there, he's just had a free header because everybody's run towards the goal apart from him.
I plead with Jose Mourinho defence. If I speak, they're in trouble.
I just don't like it. I like it that we've got to defend. We've got to defend.
Space has never scored a goal. That's the
No.
old adage, isn't it?
No.
I don't mind a hybrid of things, but certain players you've got to mark.
Yeah, I totally agree. So they've got strong players in the
Corner
air.
right footed from the right side. That came off the head of Hwang. Comes all the way through to the Leeds left. Goodmanson challenged by Mane. That will be a goal kick.
Well done again, Mane. Tracking back.
Ooh, the assistant referee hurt himself. Referee Farai Halam going all the way over to the far side.
Oh, subbing him.
Yeah, we're subbing the linesman here. The assistant referee is in trouble.
Substitution for Leeds United.
What? He's announcing the substitution. I thought he was going to announce substitution for the assistant referee.
Ilya Gruev is going to come on.
Has he got the sun in his eyes or something over that far side? He's definitely coming off. He's just come all the way across the pitch.
Now the fourth official has got to get himself ready here. So we're going to have a bit of a pause.
He's ready, look, he's ready.
He strips down.
He's ready.
There
you go. Well, that's the first time I've heard that. They're announcing the fourth official is. There's a first.
Aronson is the man who went off, by the way, for Leeds.
The Leeds fans are singing he's had enough.
Haven't we all, Thomas? Haven't we all?
He's got to get wide up now, hasn't he?
It's fascinating watching them put all these things on their arms, all the communications that's needed to officiate in a Premier League game these days, so they can talk to each other, get alerts from the semi-automatic offsides. Maybe that's what those arm things are.
I think the arm bits are to hold the.
Yeah, but he'd have had his own communications on because obviously he's talking to them during the game, so he's getting the specific assistant referee communications rather than the
it seems
fourth
to be
official communications.
A lot of gadgets going on anyway.
So Leeds 2, Wolves now, just over 10 minutes to go, but there'll be plenty more left to play. Some of the players from both sides passing the ball around, keep themselves warm. I say in the sunshine, it's probably quite nice, but we are very much in the shade in the stand where we are. And there's a fair old breeze. Still got my big coat on, base layers on, not
Yeah,
quite ready.
it's chilly up here. So like you mentioned there, so we are in the shaded stand. We can see the sun over the far side, and everybody's in that. Probably can't see the game though, with the sun in their eyes. He looks ready now. He's got to tuck his shirt and his shorts as well now. He's got to look smart. Representing the officials. Is the announcer going to say he's coming on? I think he's ready to go.
He's nearly ready.
Yeah, the briefcase has been closed. All the gadgets have been put on. He's got the flag and he's off. I hope he's done a warm-up. He's out pull his car for it across the pitch. Yeah, make sure he's done his stretches.
So that cheer was just for him eventually reaching the far side. So Lewis Smith, much more involved than he thought he was going to be today. Wang is penalised for a challenge.
Must be double pay now then, isn't it? Just double pay?
Yeah, do you get an appearance bonus?
Yeah, there you go.
Flag bonus. I think assistant referees are really protective of their own flags.
But he said to him when he come off, you better be
Wang,
careful with that
lovely
one.
ball. Here's Armstrong in behind. Armstrong chips the goalkeeper,
Finish.
and Wolves have a goal, but the
Offside.
offside flag is up.
Well, we'll see.
On a weekend when hope is being extinguished,
Good finish up.
Wolves' chances of getting back into this game may be taken away from them.
He's just off, isn't he?
They will draw the lines.
Yeah, he looks off. Great finish.
Superb finish.
Great finish.
Slightly reminiscent of Benica Fobe here in the promotion season. Just on the opposite side, running towards the same goal. So VAR will have a look. Nick Hopton is the main VAR. And the offside decision is upheld.
Yeah, so see that with just from the replay, couldn't you?
It is closer than you think.
Yeah,
Lima slides in.
But you can just see that he's just off.
João Gomez lifting forwards. Headed away by Biol. João Gomez can't quite pick it up. It's lifted deep into the Wolves half. Nonto giving chase. Will keep it in as he bounces off him. Wolves throw. Newcastle have equalised against Bournemouth, by the way. 1-1 there. Pedro Lima with the throw. Wang for Mane. The Wolves playing a regulation back four. 4-2-3-1 effectively. Santi then barges over Calvert-Lewin. Totti back to Bentley. It's not a good ball back to the goalkeeper. It didn't need to be like that. He could have played it more in field for him and given him an option to switch. As it was, it's moving away from him and he's ended up slicing it. Yeah, half the body of Armstrong, maybe less. His right shoulder and his right boot were offside. Close though. And given this Arsene Wenger thing with offside, in the future that would be on. I don't really understand the Arsene Wenger offside change.
Well, they change it every. It feels like it changed every 5 minutes anyway.
I don't really see how. I mean, I get they're trying to say you want clear daylight for it to actually be offside, but that just means that you can gain an advantage. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, I remember a while ago, didn't they say they wanted to give an advantage to the attackers, did they? Or the attacking team.
Tanaka's free kick from the left-hand side in swinger. Bentley punches. Comes out to Goodmanson, who plays it back to the centre circle. Bergel will set himself and launch it back towards the edge of the area. Nonto put it down, struck goalwards and wide by Pascal Strout. Just a long ball forwards that Wolves didn't really deal with.
Well,
thankfully it fell to the big defender rather than one of their natural forwards.
Well, was outnumbered. That was the problem. So, like, once you come down, nobody's picking him up.
Wang to play it on for Rodrigo Gomez down the left-hand side. Armstrong and Pedro Lima in the penalty area. Rodrigo Gomez trying to flick it to the edge of the box. Cleared away by Ampadu. Hugo Bueno brought it down. Has he kept it in? Yes, he has. Finds Rodrigo Gomez. Now for Andre. We're inside the Leeds half. Big high cross for a ball out to Mane. Mane brings it down. Could be out from the corner flag. Needs some help and support out there. Tries to force his way past Goodmanson. Goodmanson throws himself to the ground and gets the free kick.
Yeah, when he's had his first touch, that was the time that he could have delivered the ball in the box. Once he's stopped the ball and he's allowed the defenders come, they just cut off his space. There you go, the old waste time got cramp again.
Well, it's funny how Goodmanson throws himself to the floor and gets a free kick. João Gomez does it and it's a foul the other way. Bournemouth are back in front of Newcastle. Adrien Truffert.
attendance inside Ellen Road, 36,840. 36840. Thank you, Leeds. As ever, the incredible support.
Good kick from Darlow. Santi heads back towards halfway, comes off Ampadu for a throw. So Leeds are moving to 39. 9 clear of Spurs, who play at 5:30. João Gomez with a crossfield ball looking for Mane, just too much on it. Skimmed away from him and out of play for a throw. Leeds on 39, Forest 33, West Ham 32, Spurs 30, Burnley 20, then Wolves 17. With 5 to go. 2 minutes to go in this game. Oh, Totti, not a good pass back. Bentley races out of the penalty area to get their head and Nonto. Launched downfield and out of play for a throw. So it's just that care and attention.
That's what it is. So like it's that, yeah, you just hit it there. So like it's about that care, taking care with it, give players an opportunity that they can have a decision and make a choice rather than be limiting in what they're going to be doing.
Bentley going to launch it out wide. But in the air by Goodmanson. Santi heads it back to the halfway line. That'll be... Well, the linesman's looking at the ref. The ref looks at the linesman and eventually gives it Leeds away.
You know, I knew he was giving Leeds away.
He who appeals loudest.
Yeah, whoever shouts and points the loudest.
Santi sends it high into the sky. Hugo Bueno couldn't quite judge the bounce. Bogle nodded it forward. João Gomez playing it back to Bentley. He's been tested more than he would have liked to have been today. His kicking's been on point so far. Loose pass by Gruev. Mane wide for Huang. Trying to cut back in field. Finding Andre. Out to the right hand side to Mateus Mane. Plenty of players wait in the box. Nobody near Mane though as he goes towards the corner flag and took a tumble. We're going to be getting 10 minutes being added on.
10 minutes added time. 10 minutes.
It's a lifetime, Tomo.
It is.
Anything can happen in 10 minutes. 3 goals for the away side in 10 minutes.
Let's hope.
Wolves get the throw. Midway inside the Leeds half. Just one would be nice. Throw in towards the run of Armstrong. One in the air by Strauch. Cleared towards halfway. Santi shoves over Calvert-Lewin off the ball and free kick given Leeds way.
To be fair, he's been at it all afternoon, isn't he, Calvert-Lewin? Been pulling and nudging all the different players and goes straight to ground, any kind of contact at all on him. Experience, isn't it, though?
Monto running it backwards towards his own halfway line here. Where's he going? He plays it all the way back to his goalkeeper and he started on the edge of the Wolves box. Poor kick by the keeper. João Gomez on halfway. Oh, not a good pass at all. High over the top of Rodrigo Gomez for a Leeds throw. Triple change coming from the home side. Hugo Bueno forwards. Armstrong with the flick on. Mane let it bounce. Leeds player kicked it against his own man. Pedro Lima then missed it. Nonto somehow wrestles it from him. And a touch by Tanaka. Nonto looking on for Calvert-Lewin. In behind, Calvert-Lewin shoved over by Hugo Bueno. That is a Leeds penalty. Hugo Bueno is fuming.
I don't know if that is. I know he's gone to ground, but I thought that Hugo Bueno got the ball. It just how much contact did he actually do? Because he's caught the wrong side to start with.
I think he just nudges him out of it. I think it's
I don't know
shoulder
if
to
it's his
shoulder.
back, though. Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Yes, I don't think it's going to get overturned, though.
No.
He's got his hand on his shoulder, hasn't he?
Calvert-Lewin kicked Bueno more than anything.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to get overturned.
Bueno got a yellow card. It was a shoulder nudge, and Calvert-Lewin really just appeared to kick the back of Bueno's leg more than anything else.
I think it's the hand on the shoulder that's...
Penalty's been given, I think.
Yeah, well...
Bentley's been told to get on the line.
Yeah, I didn't think it would be changed or overturned.
And again, it's one of those where I think if it's not given, I don't think it gets overturned the other way.
No, I don't think it is.
Because I say it's Calvert-Lewin who kicks the back of Bueno that takes him over. Because if you can't give the penalty for the nudge because he didn't give it for Mane when he was pushed.
Yeah, he's been given anyway. Decision penalty. Bueno fell.
Calvert-Lewin against Bentley in front of the Don Revie stand. Calvert-Lewin right-footed in the sunshine in Yorkshire. Sends Bentley the wrong way. Leeds have a third, and Wolves' fate is sealed. Classy penalty for a man who's been relatively quiet in the game today.
Well, he has, but what he's done though, he's battled up for everything up front, hasn't he? He's been there or thereabouts.
Substitution for Leeds United, replacing number 3, Gabriel Goodmanson. Number 8, Sean Monster.
So Tanaka off for Longstaff, Calvert-Lewin coming off for Nemecha. And we've also seen Joe Rodon come on. He came on for Goodmanson. Still got at least 4 minutes to play, plus maybe a bit more after the VAR check for the penalty. Here's Nonto. Is that a handball by Nonto? The referee says fine to play on. Throw in Leeds near the halfway line. And the saddest thing about all of this is that Wolves are going down with a whimper, where for the last couple of months they'd shown a lot more fighting spirit, got some big results. That crazy week where they beat Villa and Liverpool, came from behind at Brentford, came from behind against Arsenal a couple of weeks before. There was something to believe in again. And it's disappearing
It has, and
it's drifting.
Well, so look, they've conceded 7 goals in 2 games. It's not great, is it? So look, but it's the manner that they've conceded them is the problem. The 4 at West Ham, which again, so look, I don't think it was a 4-0 game, but I thought the first 2 goals here today was a bit silly as well. Reacting to it, the game and what's going on, and we've been second today, unfortunately.
Armstrong giving chase. Andre collects the ball near the halfway line. Being barged by Longstaff. Block challenge won by Ampadu against Rodrigo Gomez. Bogle takes it out to the right-hand side. About 2 minutes still to play, at least. Leeds 3, Wolves 0. Mecha challenging. Longstaff managed to flick it infield to Nonto, who runs into Santi. João Gomez wide to Hugo Bueno. On down the line for Rodrigo. Rodon sees it out of play for a Leeds throw. Here comes Mane. 3 Leeds players around him. Somehow he still managed to wriggle through. Trying to run on the outside of Strauch, who steps his big body across him and sees it behind for the goal kick.
Yeah, it's great feat from Mane, but again, it's just that strength that the back line of Leeds have got. As soon as he's knocked the ball and he's got his body there, he's always going to make sure the ball goes out for a goal kick. But some great footwork from Mane there in the right corner. But they just surrounded him. And they've done that well today, Leeds. Whenever there's been an opportunity with Wolves player getting anything, they've just surrounded him. So is it 15 seconds left, is it? And probably be a couple of minutes, maybe.
Oh, heavy touch by Hugo Bueno. Longstaff takes it from him. Up to the edge of the penalty area, into the box. Rodrigo trying to get back with him. Cross comes in. Nonto can't quite bring it down. He might have fouled Pedro Lima, but again, they play on. Mane back there. Wins possession. Just to knock it up towards halfway. We're in added time of added time. Ampadu back to Rodon. Out to the right-hand side to Bogle. All the way back into his own half, middle of it to Rodon. Ruev. Ampadu playing it out wide to the right-hand side. Bogle looking in towards Nemecha with the flick on. Flag may well go up if this comes to anything. It's on for Nemecha, who tries to strike it, deflected. And it will be a Leeds throw. Definitely looked offside in the build-up to me.
Well, he did, but it's so long.
Oh, tight.
Yeah, it was tight, wasn't it?
Long throw from Ampadu into the Wolves penalty area. Just about headed away. Nonto chests it back down to Ampadu and gets it again. Nonto on his right foot, in swinging cross, turned away by Totti. Armstrong for Rodrigo, who's dragged down by Justin and gets a yellow card. Cynical challenge from the Leeds defender.
Well, so the game's done and dusted anyway, isn't it? Any time now the referee's going to blow the whistle.
I mean, no attempt to play the ball.
No,
there.
he didn't. No, he didn't. He's just put his hand on his shoulder and dragged him back. But I think he knows the game is done.
Still we play. Poor ball out wide towards Hugo Bueno. Rather sums it all up. In the 103rd minute. Look at the watches.